All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are talking about the Detroit Lions in tonight's video. First off, let's go Tigers. All right, I think game 2, by the time you guys watch this, will be over. But nonetheless, it's Victory Wednesday here. The Detroit Lions are currently entering their bye week. But folks, they're a top 5 undisputed team. And I just think being 3-1, all things considered, because we're going to get into the offensive struggles in just a couple of seconds here. I think when you're playing in a primetime matchup against one of the better teams in the NFC, I get it. It's early in the season, folks. The Seattle Seahawks are 3-1 for a reason. They got a really good defense. I know they were banged up. They got Geno's extremely underrated. Their offensive coordinator has changed the efficiency of this entire offense. The Seahawks are legit. And I would not even be surprised if this was the divisional game or even the conference championship game. But folks, the Detroit Lions offense is back. The defense will be figured out towards the season progression. All right. But Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions offense is back on track, and that's the bread and butter. Defense wins championships at every level. I completely agree. And I do need to see this defense make better strides. But guess what? When you're up 21-7, at halftime, they're going to abandon the run for the most part, and they are going to start throwing. And your defense coordinator, Aaron Glenn, you're going to start trying, or I should say, you're going to play a different scheme. You're going to call plays differently because you're up 21-7. Field goals, I mean, you don't want to give up any points, but field goals are much better than touchdowns. You're not trying to give up a 56-yard go route to DK Metcalf. All right. So I don't have the same defensive concerns like a lot of Lions fans in my comments on Monday night's victory recap. But welcome back to the channel. I'm running out of breath here. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content, along with a couple of Lions videos every single week. Guys, it is your bye week, so check out my Let's Talk Lions YouTube channel based around the Lions down below. I'll pin it in the comment section. I'll also pin it in the description of this video because, especially being in your bye week, we're going to be posting a lot more content that you'll only see on that channel. But folks, Jared Goff coming off a perfect 18-for-18 game, 292 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, because guess what? He did not have an incompletion. He also caught a freaking touchdown pass. Ben Johnson was certainly in his bag on Monday night. He became the first quarterback in NFL history with more than 10 pass attempts and no incompletions. But guys, here's where I got really excited. First off, the way the Lions started off that game. They scored on 3 of their first 5 first half possessions. All right. This offense has been an offense that has been in the top 5 of scoring the last 2 seasons. 2 years ago, it feels like ages ago, you were like, what was it, 2-6, 3-6, and you take down my Packers, and that's where I really got an eye on this Detroit Lions team and what they were building. Top 5 the last 2 seasons. This year, they were league average through 3 weeks in the scoring department, ranking 16th at just 20.7 points per game. Jeez, it's been a really slow start across the league. Scoring touchdowns in the red zone with just 38.7% of the time. That's 26th in the NFL. You're not winning the North. You're not going to even win a lot of football games if your red zone efficiency is 38.7. Well, folks, Monday night, 5 of 5 in the red zone. My one issue with the Detroit Lions team, offense or defense right now, is penalties. That is literally it. It is penalties, and obviously, like we say in every Lions video, health, just stay healthy, just get healthy if you're injured. That's all I care about. The Lions, at the end of the day, don't even technically need a divisional title, but I get it. You definitely want the number 1 seed. And at the end of the day, to me, especially what's going on in San Francisco, I don't even know if CMC is going to play another snap the rest of the season. Detroit, to me, is the best team in the NFC. All right. Now, Minnesota, I kind of forgot about making that statement because Minnesota's playing out of their freaking minds right now. But Detroit is one of the best teams in the NFL. And I think, in a couple of weeks when we see Detroit, Minnesota showdown for the first time, that's going to be must-watch television. The Lions' season high this year in the first 3 games of the season was 26 before Monday night. And that was where they won in overtime. They only had 20 at the end of regulation. So the offense through the first 3 weeks had yet to score more than 20 points through regulation. It's using that statistic in and of itself, it's kind of amazing that the Detroit Lions are 3-1. A lot of that had to do with Jared Goff and just not getting it done in the end zone. He had more interceptions than touchdowns heading into this game. He had 4 picks to 3 total touchdowns. His passer rating is 79.2 in the first 3 weeks, ranked 23rd amongst all quarterbacks. His EPA per dropback this season was 18th in the league. He was top 7 last year, and he was 4th 2 years ago. The Lions, like we just said, they scored on 3 of their first 5 first-half possessions, and it was 21-7 at halftime. So, I know Seattle just hung up 500 and whatever total yards, but my thing is the offense. We'll talk about this defense in just a second here. In total, the Detroit Lions had 389 total yards of offense. They averaged just under 8 yards per play. They put up a season-high 42 points. The running back room was electric. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery combined for 118 yards. They had 3 total rushing touchdowns. I was glad they got back to their bread and butter. There's no way I can chalk this up as a bad win. There's just no way I can chalk it up. So I know the defense is not perfect, but the first 3 weeks were honestly pretty much perfect. The Detroit Lions defense allowed no more than 20 points in each of its first 3 games. I know Seattle had 29. They pretty much had 27 due to that safety. They had 516 total yards of offense, but keep in mind, Detroit's missing guys like Derek Barnes, who's a huge piece, as Lions fans knew, but I think a lot of people are starting to realize that, especially in how good Brian Branch is. I mean, Brian Branch is the secret cog to this defense. Like, he just gives you that big-time playability. He's all over the field. I mean, the dude's a superstar stud. I know that's a little bit out of pocket and I'm jumping the gun, but he's a stud at the very least. Amik Robertson had a great game, stepping up in absence of Carlton Davis. Jack Campbell, sophomore campaign, he had a phenomenal football game, folks. 7 total tackles, including that forced fumble. Kirby Joseph with his 3rd interception in 4 games. He had 9 total tackles. Alex Anzalone was all over the field. Terrion Arnold, once we figure out, first off, once the refs let Terrion Arnold play, and once he figures out just how to use his hands a little bit better, I've seen a lot of defensive backs talk about this on Twitter, like former defensive backs. A lot of people just keep agreeing with the sentiment that once Terrion Arnold figures out his hands and, not that he needs to play less aggressive, but just plays a little bit smarter, a lot of these penalties will not be happening like they have been. So Rakestraw stepped in. I just, defensive back concerns, I just don't have. One thing I will say is I think Josh Paschal can be enough opposite of Aiden Hutchinson, but I just wouldn't be surprised if Detroit made some type of move from now in the trade deadline of November 4th. All right, that's it for today. Wednesday morning rant. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Once again, go subscribe to that Lions channel. I'll pin it in the comments and put it in the description of this video. Lions fans, thank you guys seriously for everything. This is not the end of Lions videos for the next week, even though you're on a bye. So thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you in a couple of days.